Hello again my friends, the Lament is one of the few exotics in Beyond Light that requires you to complete a quest. A pretty long quest that involves among other things, scanning dead exos, locating a giant exo head, and completing a brand new activity called EXO challenges. In this video I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this new exotic quest, including all 3 EXO challenges. Friendly warning, this video contains spoilers, so yeah, now that you know, let's do this. Now the first part of this quest involves locating and scanning 3 dead exos on Europa. Now there are actually 9 dead exos in total, and finding all 9 unlocks a triumph. But you only need to find 3 for the first part of this quest, so yeah, that's what I'm showing you here. 3 random exos that I managed to stumble across while messing about on Europa. And just in case you were curious, the triumph you unlock when you find all 9 dead exos is called Salvage the Past. Now it seems you won't be able to actually scan these exos until the quest becomes available. So yeah, if you find any of these dead exos yourself, make a mental note of where they are and then scan them when they become available to do so. Next up, you'll need to locate the giant exo head. Now we're going to glitch into the Bray exo facility to do this. And just so you know, here is where I am at the moment in Cadmus Ridge. Right then, in order to perform this glitch, you'll need Salvation's Grip, a sword, and if you're a hunter, Stompy's help, but they're not essential. So then follow this route and let's do this. Now this is a pretty simple glitch to perform. There's only one really tricky bit which I'll talk you through when we get to it, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty easy. Right then, this is where Salvation's Grip comes into play, as it can create a platform which you can then use to get to where you need to be. I have a feeling that Salvation's Grip is going to become an essential tool for all you glitch enthusiasts out there. So anyway, you jump on your ice platform to reach the ledge up here, and then this allows you to access a vent that will take you outside of the map. And it's here where you'll encounter the only tricky part of this glitch. Now you'll need to switch to your sword, as this will help you gain an extra push when making the upcoming jump. Like I said, I managed to do this with my hunter without stompies, so yeah, Warlock and Titans really should have no problems. Right then, now you'll need to take a deep breath and then fall down this hole. And you'll need to make a sharp right turn at the end, otherwise you'll fall to your death. And yes, a sword swipe will help you cover that extra bit of ground so that you can reach the snow here. And yeah, that's the hard bit over. The rest is just knowing where to go. So follow this exact route, you'll eventually get to an area that allows you to jump into the EXO facility and explore. So yeah, once you get there, I'll talk you through the rest. Cue the music. And yeah, here's where you're able to get back inside the map and do some major exploration. Now, if you follow this route, you'll see the exact location of the giant exo. I gotta admit, it's quite freaky, but that's the second step of this quest. And as you'd expect, there's so much more to discover in this facility, and we're gonna look at all the tasty bits right after we take a gander at this exo's massive head. No, not that head. Get your filthy mind out of the gutter and back into the game, you degenerate. And here it is, the rather terrifying giant exo. So yeah, that's step 2 of the quest done. It's now time to explore the rest of the facility and all the other quest steps, and let's go. Now then, if we exit the way we came, we get to explore the rest of this amazing EXO facility, and I gotta say, it's one of Destiny's most impressive game spaces. We've got wide open areas, secrets, a teleportation machine for God's sake, and plenty of EXO shenanigans. I'm having a lot of fun exploring this area. Now, if we look up here, we can see an entropic shard floating in the air. This destroying all 9 of these unlocks a triumph, and you'll need Salvation's grip to actually destroy them. And further on, we have the awesome teleportation machine, which you can see just here. Now this thing transports you back and forth between the different levels of this facility. So yeah, as I've already mentioned, in order to earn the Lament exotic sword, you'll need to locate and scan 3 dead EXOs on Europa and find the giant EXO head that we just saw in this facility. But there's more, there's a hell of a lot more. Next on the list, kill Vex on Europa with swords, which makes sense seeing as this is a sword quest. After that, you'll need to complete quests from Zavala and Varix. Now here's where it gets interesting. Next up, you'll need to prove your worth by completing an EXO challenge. Now this was the only quest step that made me say, what does that mean? What's an EXO challenge? Well, I'm gonna explain exactly what this is a little later. So then, after you successfully complete an EXO challenge, you'll need to defeat a load of Vex with finishers. Now taking out powerful Vex will grant the most efficient progress. You'll then need to hop into the Glassway Strike, where you'll need to locate and collect the various blade pieces scattered throughout the level. After that, you'll search the Event-Tide ruins for a lost bunker and explore inside, and then finally, you'll need to complete the mission Reforging the Past, and then the sword is yours. So yeah, this is a pretty hefty quest, and I'm glad it is. It's good that it's a substantial piece of content, because the Lament and Hawkmoon are the only 2 known exotic quests in the game. Now if you want to know how to earn all the other new exotics, stick around until the end of the video. Right then, next up, EXO challenges. What are they? Well, thanks to Reddit user Dun6868, who done a little data mining. Did you see what I did there? Sorry, I'll stop. Well, thanks to him, we know there are 3 EXO challenges. Now, the first one is called Simulation Safegaurd. Test your defensive abilities amongst a Vex onslaught. And this is the area you'll be doing that in. Now, I don't know about you, but this kind of sounds like you'll need to stop the Vex from reaching certain points in this map. Kind of like the Defend the Conflux public event. Next up, we have Simulation Survival. Survive the harsh weather as you take down the Vex. Now, this actually sounds really interesting. It seems like the weather is your greatest enemy in this challenge. I'm hoping we get to see some new mechanics here, something other than just taking out waves of enemies. And finally, we have Simulation Agility. Test your dexterity as you move against the Vex, and judging by the screenshot, this is going to involve platforms. I'm guessing navigating a course of floating platforms while the Vex take pot shots at you from a distance. And it looks as though one slip up equals a long way down. And in case you were wondering, yes, you get a triumph for completing all 3 EXO challenges. And once you've completed all quest steps, you finally get your hands on this little beauty, the Lament. I mean, just look at it. It's a cross between a sword and a chainsaw, and here's how it works. Now, you can actually charge this thing by holding down the left trigger, and this revs up the sword blade like a chainsaw, which allows you to perform a spinning slash maneuver and cut right through the shield of a barrier champion. And if you deal damage while your sword is revved, you gain a damage buff. And that's not all. Damaging an enemy with a sword also heals you. Now, I have to say, the ability to cut right through a barrier champion's shield is actually very appealing indeed. Okay then, so you now know how to get the exotic sword Lament, but what about the rest of the exotics in Beyond Light? How do you get those? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I've also made a video about that too, and you can watch it by simply clicking the on-screen video or following the link in the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Loads more content coming your way. So yeah, now's a great time to subscribe to this channel. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and we'll speak again very soon. Stay safe, my friends.